Hello everyone, this is Clear Sentient Tarot Reader. 2020 is right around the corner and we want to find out what kind of 2020 we will have. What's going to happen in 2020? Of course, there will be many things that is going to happen. There are 365 days, but what is going to highlight? If you can just say one thing that will highlight that year 2020, what could that be? So let's find out. So from left to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 cards, and close your eyes for a second and pick out the number that you first came to your mind, and I will try to explain that to you. So if you pick number 1, we have Judgment card. You know, Judgment card could mean several things. One, if you have broken up with someone in the past, you might end up having that relationship again. He might come back, she might come back into your life. You might have a second chance. Or you may have very significant life-changing opportunities. That something rarely comes around, and you might get that special promotion that you have been waiting for. But also you could actually have that second chance with the someone. Number 2, Page of Wands. Now, you might go on a trip to a hot place where like Hawaii or Texas or Arizona. I'm just throwing some names out, that doesn't mean you will be going there. It's just that you may take on a trip for pleasure. If you take on a trip all the time, this might not mean a lot, but some people don't really take too many trips. Or you might start a different hobby, like you want to learn to draw or you want to learn to dance. You might starting something new that excites you. So you are looking for to learn things and maybe some drawings, arts, singing, or like a trip. March, excuse me, did I say March? I'm so sorry. Number 3, Page of Cups. Looks like some of you may have a romance. There's a romance on the horizon, and you might start on a new relationship. Or some of you may even look for getting pregnant. Like some of you may get pregnant actually, or you will start a new romance. Someone is going to come into your life with a beautiful opportunity. It's something brand new, something that will make you really happy. Good. Number 4, so what you got here? Ace of Wands. So some of you may move to a different location. You might move your residence, or if you in one area in your office, you might get moved to a different location. But also you might receive a promotion that will excite you very much. No, and or even you might get a some situation that really excites you as far as love life goes. I mean, it's not yet it's clear if you are going to have romantic opportunities, but there's a chance for that too. So promotion is on the horizon, new office, new location, new hobby. Uh, there's brand new opportunities for you. It's a really good cards. Number 5, Ten of Cups. You know, if you have been dating, it's more likely you might end up living together. If you have had some tough time with your friends and your family life, or even with your spouse, it's finally going to be resolved, and you will end up reconciling. Uh, you might, if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, and you might end up moving in with each other, together, starting a new life. It's just overall makes you really, really happy. Number 6, the death. Okay, so this feels like you will have a life-changing transformational change, which, like, if your life was uh, on a sandy path, next day you realize, oh my gosh, how did I end up here in the mountain? Like something you will have to deal with, something you never dealt with before. It's like a really, really big change. So be prepared for these brand new opportunities and great adventure. This is like so significant that you will realize this will be almost like you know if you have menopause, or if you have midlife crisis, or you might end up moving overseas, something you've never done before, or you have a child, first the child, which something that you are not used to, so it will change you. So half of you, well, actually, big part of you will you will share that cocoon and the skin, and you will be born into something brand new. And whether it's good or bad, the surrounding card will tell. But overall, this is just a big transformation. So you will be born again. So number 7, justice. If you have been dealing with some legal issues, you are definitely, and you will win. You will go to court, you will win. You will be, if you have been in a situation where you have been treated very unfairly, you will be treated very fairly. So, things will start turning out good for you. Um, and if you are looking for some big promotion, and also you might get that, you have put a lot of times and stuff. This is like a karmic card. So karma card usually means that reap what you will sow. So if you have put in lots of energy and time and effort into relationships, I usually don't see it in the relationship card, but that doesn't mean, it won't exclude it. So a lot of things will be balancing out next year. You will find a new balance, new outcome of everything just falls in places next year. Number 8, 6 of Cups. Next year, if you have issues that you kind of put it under the rug, well, I'll take care of that later. Oh, well, I'll get to it, when I have time, when I feel like it. You have to deal with that. So you will have to deal with whatever that you put off or you procrastinated. Or you might have a chance of reunion with, old friend or ex-lover or ex-husband. there might be some rekindling of the flame, but depends. It depends. But big significant sign of this card is that, meaning of this card is that there will be revisit from past life. I don't mean by reincarnation. It's just that from the past, that you haven't finished or unfinished businesses that will be visiting you again. Old friend or reunion, it all is part of that meaning. And 9, if you pick the 9, there is a fight and struggle. It it doesn't always mean bad. This card is usually that you are trying to gain control and you are trying to handle all of the things yourself and at a better place. You are on the fighting ground and there are many stuff that you have to tackle, but you are doing it. It's not easy and you feel like everything just keeps coming at you. But next year, you will have to deal with several issues, but you will be just fine. You will handle it at your advantage, and you will come out just beautifully. And also, you could get what you want. You will get what you want. Number 10. So, the Emperor card. This means this man or this influence is something that you cannot ignore. This sometimes means your boss, or you will run into someone who is very, very powerful and strong. This could be, judge or police or your supervisor or your manager, someone who will influence your life very significantly. And he's also, well, it could be he or situation. It has very powerful presence to it. So whatever that might be, you will have to get a hold of this person. You don't let this person, overpower you, because no one actually is better than you. You know what I mean? But there's someone has very strong presence that will influence year round, your entire year. So who knows what this might be. It's very hard to tell for the time being. Maybe I will throw another reading for all your signs later, and you can kind of take a look at that to understand a little better. Well, that's it. Well, thank you for listening to my session, and talk to you later.